My name is Patricia and I'm in recovery. Really the reason why I want to do this is because I know that when I was out there looking to get clean, knowing I wanted to stop using, didn't know how to stop using, was searching for help, and there wasn't a lot of help out there, that I could find. It's because, I want to help somebody. When I couldn't find help, I didn't know who to call. I thought of myself as a functioning addict. I had a job, worked at UPS for 18 years, and I functioned for the most part, what I thought was good, I'm sure my supervisors probably thought differently, but, I was, I worked, and, I thought of my drug habit as more of like, people have a cup of coffee in the morning. Well, I had to have, my drug of choice. Yeah, I was functioning until I wasn't functioning when I got in trouble with the law and lost my job. I think I found myself deeper in my addiction. All I know is before I got in trouble, I was miserable and I wanted to stop, but I didn't know how to stop, and I prayed for a solution. I couldn't do it on my own, so my solution came in the form of the police locking me up. It was like, I guess you could say it was divine intervention. My higher power did for me what I couldn't do for myself, and that was take me out of the situation that I was in. I thought, I wouldn't be in jail that many days, I'd get a bond, I'd get out. In my first bond hearing, when he denied my bond, I was devastated. I'd get a notice saying, I would have an upcoming court date, and so I would, okay, well, I can't go in high, I can't go in with any drugs in my system, so let me, stop. So I would stop, and then when, my lawyer would say, oh, well, it's been postponed again, so, this went on for 2 years. Then it was my turn, and, I wasn't given much of a choice, it was either I could go to prison or I could go to rehab for a year, so I chose to go to rehab for a year. I was in 3 different places, the Rockdale House, and then I was in Shining Light, and then I went to Entirely Ready, and Entirely Ready was more like a transitional, place where you actually got to go out. I got put into the accountability courts, which that's probably, it's been a blessing, really. Divine intervention, stepped in again in the form of Rockdale County. But, it was something I needed. Recovery means a second chance, chance to start over, to erase the past and move forward with my future. I, went to meetings, and that was good. And as long as I was, going to meetings and staying around the people that were, clean and, working a program, I stayed clean. I know that, I don't have to use today. Today I want to live, I don't want to kill myself slowly by putting drugs in my body. I want to be, I want to be a grandmother. My youngest daughter is engaged to be married. We got her wedding dress. So I have a chance. I am discovering what I like. I know I like to read, and I like to do some crafts, but I'd like to drive, so I have signed up for a CDL class, so hopefully that'll be something that I can pursue, because I've always wanted to get a CDL. I went and got forklift driving certification, but I haven't been able to use it yet, but I want to do something. The most rewarding part is being present for my mother, not hurting my mom, because when I went away the first time, my mom cried, and it broke her heart, and that broke my heart. It's been trying to, make amends with my mom and my sister, because my sister, her biggest fear was, that she was going to have to take care of her mother by herself, that I was going to end up in prison. And thank God, that's not my case. I'm truly grateful that I haven't had to see the inside of the prison. Just being able to be present and be dependable. My sister can depend upon me. She's not got to do it all by herself, and that makes me happy because, having my sister call me and crying because she's worried that I'm going to end up, in prison and leaving her to take care of her mom by herself, that really just broke my heart. I'm just glad I can be present for them, and they actually tell me they're proud of me, and that makes me feel good. I think that addiction shouldn't define a person, that even the biggest, worst addicts deserve another chance, that we are not irredeemable. We can recover, we can change. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but you can. It's just a matter of them wanting to do it. And I know that for myself, I'm 54 years old. I don't want to spend the rest of my life, being looked at as an addict. I want to be that person who's in long-term recovery, who is helping somebody else who has been fighting the same battle that I fought.